What is happening? I am not okay. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Once again, we have another sit down. I decided, as you can tell by the title of the video, to do a little FAQ, get to know me. I know a lot of people usually do these as their first videos, but I guess I was kind of anxious and I kind of just jumped right into what my channel was about. But whatever, better late than never. Might as well do it while a lot of people are in quarantine, just chilling at home. So this video is of course going to be a little Q&A. Me answering questions about myself so you guys can get to know a little bit more about the girl behind Santana Travels. So before I go ahead and get into this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment to my channel. And if you want those post notifications on so you get notified every time I drop a video, don't forget to hit that little bell as well. First things first, for those who don't know, my name is Letitia. Santana is a nickname that I've had since high school, so that's how I ended up coming with Santana Travels, because nickname, I travel, you know? Yeah. How old am I? I'm 25. Last year was my champagne birthday. Exciting. This year I'm gonna be 26.
I turned 26.
June 25th. So it's coming up soon. Don't ask me what I'm doing because I'm not doing anything since I'm gonna be in Canada for it. So yeah. My background, I am Jamaican. Mom and dad are both Jamaican. Where did I go to school? I went to school at school too? No. I went to school. Wow. I went to school at University of Toronto and I studied criminology. I don't plan to do anything with my degree in the criminology field, nothing like that. It was just what I happened to get into at the time. I was supposed to be graduating this year and walking across the stage, but coronavirus. So I don't know when I'm walking across the stage. I'm kind of over it at this point. COVID kind of just threw everything just out of whack. So I'm kind of just, I mean, at least I get my paper. At least I get my paper saying that I graduated. So I guess that's a plus. I was looking forward to walking across that stage, but what can you do? Make lemonade when life give you lemons. How am I coping with COVID? I'm actually coping pretty well, to be honest. I usually don't go anywhere when I live in Canada. As I mentioned in my previous vlogs, I live in Canada. So like I don't go anywhere when I'm at home. I literally just work, I come home, I read. I'm not really going out, party, go out to dinner. I don't like spending money on food. So it's like, this isn't much of a change for me. I'm still working. Call me an essential worker, but my work didn't close, so I'm still working. So the only difference is that I'm working from home. That would technically be the only change that I'm suffering from COVID personally. But when it comes to travel now, I am not okay. I am not okay. Okay? So I was supposed to go to Puerto Rico in April. I had to cancel that. In May, I was supposed to go to Panama for my twin siblings' birthday. Canceled that. June was my birthday and my graduation trip, which was actually a huge group trip. Canceled that. That was to go to Belize. I was supposed to go to New Orleans, NOLA, in July for Essence Fest. Cancelled that. I was supposed to be moving to New Zealand in September. That got pushed though, so that didn't get canceled, that got pushed. So I mean, yeah. But I think the trip that hurt me the most was obviously my birthday trip, because it was like, that's the first group trip I planned and I actually planned to like go on, and that one hurt me. That one hurt me. I have like my travel friends like that are messaging me on Instagram. They're like, how are you? How are you holding up? I'm just like, yo, I am not okay. I'm not okay at all. What are my top 5 favorite books of all time? Number 1, I'm a shoe fanatic. I was obsessed for a long period of time. I was obsessed with shoes. I was buying like 5 pairs of shoes a month. Like I went insane. So one of my favorite books is Shoe Dog by Phil Knight. That book, amazing. I love that book. I can read it 20 times over. That's my number one, my favorite all-time book. The second book is called Slight Edge. I don't remember the authors for the rest of the books. I only remember Shoe Dog. But my second book would be Slight Edge. I think it's by Jeff something, but I don't remember. I think it's by Jeff something. I can see it, but I can't say it. Third book would be The 10 Times Rule by Grant Cardone. I'm pretty sure it's Grant Cardone, 10 Times Rule. The fourth book would be Think and Grow Rich, and I believe that one is by Napoleon Hill. Is that by Napoleon Hill? I think so, yeah. And the fifth book would be Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Robert Kiyosaki. Whatever. Rich Dad Poor Dad. That's my fifth favorite book. Those 5 books I would say had the greatest impacts on my life. They have a lot of things that you can, I guess, transfer to different aspects of your life, and like it's just, I think it's just good all around. Like the 10 Times Rule is about, I would say, expanding, like growing your goals. Like if you want to do here, always go further and push yourself, kind of thing. That's why I like 10 Times Rule. But I feel like all those books, my 5-time favorite all-time books, those are amazing. For anyone to read. I definitely suggest that you read them if you ever do have the time, if you're still on quarantine. My favorite place I traveled to so far, I have 2. I would say Bali or Bali. I keep hearing both. I don't know which it is, but Bali, whatever. Indonesia, that would be, I think Indonesia and Thailand are tied. I didn't like Bangkok and Thailand, but I loved Phuket. It was just a party scene. It was a vibe. I loved it. And with Bali, everything's just a vibe. Like in Bali, I felt rich. So the Canadian dollar isn't the greatest in many other countries, but in Bali, I felt rich. The people were so nice. It was so easy to get around with their Grab app. I loved it. So Bali is definitely a place I would continuously go back over and over. I have been to Costa Rica. That should be high on my list, but it was a group trip, so I didn't get to do as much as I wanted to do. But I feel like Costa Rica would kind of be high on my list, but I do have to go back to re-experience a few things as well. How do I think COVID will affect traveling? So I've been seeing a few things that are kind of saying that COVID will, it's going to be less options. It's going to be extra to sit where there's no middle seat. There's going to be fewer flights, more layovers, all that stuff. To be honest, I really don't think any of that stuff will stop me from traveling, to be completely honest. If it's more money, I'll pay more money, because like I use traveling as a way to escape and as a way to, I guess, give myself a break from like my daily life. So I usually always choose a window seat. I almost never not have the window seat. I don't care if someone's in the middle. I'll mask up, I'll sanitize, whatever. But I feel like, yeah, if it's more layovers isn't that much of an issue for me. So I feel like the thing that will make the biggest change for the future of travel would be the cost. So I will pay the higher cost. I'll probably just travel less or be more conscious of where I travel to. But the future of travel might change, but I don't think it's going to change drastically enough for me to stop traveling on the scale I was. So obviously, if you watched my last video where I'm traveling to New Zealand, I'm moving to New Zealand, I'm obviously not going to travel as much. I'm probably just going to go to like Australia, Fiji. If I do extend to the 23-month, I do want to hop over to Germany and do a few of that, but I don't plan to travel. So I feel like by the time I'm ready to continue traveling on the scale I was back in 2019, then I feel like it'll be back to normal. So what's on my bucket list? My bucket list is travel stuff, obviously. One thing that was on my bucket list that I actually was supposed to knock on 2019 was see the Northern Lights. So I went to Iceland to see the Northern Lights. I didn't pay for like the tours that would bring me to see the Northern Lights, because I read before how you can just go by yourself and see it as long as it's pitch black, and people gave like a bunch of places that they went to that they saw it, blah blah blah. So I went to Iceland with one thing in mind, literally to see the Northern Lights, and I did not see the Northern Lights. So it was very upsetting, so that is still on my bucket list. Apparently I can see it in Canada and like Yukon and whatever, but yeah, that's still on my bucket list. One of the main ones as well is to see the seven wonders of the world. 7 wonders of the world? Okay, I think it's 7 wonders of the world. But, I mean, I have it written down somewhere, but I've seen the one in Mexico at the Chichen Itza. I'm so bad at pronouncing this stuff. I've seen the one in Mexico, so I guess that knocks that off my list. Like, I want to see the Great Wall of China, Machu Picchu, all that good stuff. So that's really one of the main stuff on my bucket list. Where do I plan to travel to next? So obviously that's going to be up in the air, but fingers crossed, I really want to spend New Year's Eve in Fiji. So if I'm able to go to New Zealand before New Year's Eve, I will go to New Zealand and then I'll hop over to Fiji for New Year's Eve. That's literally just fingers crossed. This ends, this whole COVID-19 thing ends, we can travel, or like they're even letting people in, whatever. I just really hope it's all fixed because I'm sick of it. What do I bring home as souvenirs from my trips? I'm a shot glass collector, so everywhere I go I always bring back a shot glass that I make sure obviously says the country that I'm in, but preferably I try to get the city if possible, just so it's like more exact, I would say. So I collect shot glasses. Shot glasses kind of get pricier. I want to switch to keychains, but I feel like it's kind of too late in the game to kind of just switch up, because keychains are cheaper and it's easier, I guess, to put somewhere. But I'm a shot glass souvenir kind of gal. Fun fact about me, I can't swim. I feel like to live my best life, or like the best life that I want to live, especially going to New Zealand, I feel like I need to learn how to swim because I'm not trying to die. What kind of traveler am I? I am a carry-on traveler. So for most of my trips, so before I became like this avid traveler kind of gal, I would only bring, I don't even think I knew if carry-on baggages, carry-on suitcases existed, to be completely honest, before like 22. I don't even think I knew they existed, but whatever. So I used to only bring a check-in because I thought that was all that existed. So I only used to bring a check-in, and then I used to bring like a backpack or whatever. But now I almost never bring a check-in. I think I only bring a check-in suitcase on my birthday trips, because I go all of my birthday. So I went to Mexico, I brought a check-in. I brought a check suitcase when I went to, where did I go last year? Oh, when I did Las Vegas and Bahamas for my birthday last year, my champagne, I did a check-in. I checked a check suitcase. But normally on all my other trips, I literally only bring my little carry-on suitcase, and then I bring a backpack. The backpack obviously depends on the trip, as I showed in my 2 videos ago in my what's in my carry-on bag. So that kind of depends, but I'm a light traveler. I'm trying to slowly get to the point where I can do just a backpack, which I feel like I'll become the expert of that when I go to New Zealand. But I'm trying to slowly get into becoming like a backpack traveler and packing super light, but I'm not there yet. Eventually, hopefully, but we'll see. How many countries have I traveled to? So to keep track of this, I downloaded an app called Bin on my phone. So it says I've only been to 5% of the world. So how many countries? Let me calculate. Let me check. I've only been to 13 countries. That's crazy. I used to take a lot of my trips in the United States, and so obviously the United States is just one country, different states. So that doesn't help either. I've only been to 13 countries. I definitely thought it was more than that. That's kind of disappointing. So now my bucket list is 30 before 30. We learn something new every day. Have I gotten lost while traveling? I would say the one time I got lost, and I've got lost the most, was when I was in Malaysia. I was traveling with my friend, and for some reason, I honestly don't know. We just kept getting lost. We got lost coming back from the club. Was that in Malaysia? That was in Bangkok. I think that was in Bangkok. My apologies. So we got it was Malaysia. We got lost coming back from the club in Malaysia. Yes, that is right. We got lost coming back from Club Malaysia. We got lost walking around. We just kept getting lost, and no idea why. No idea why. We just kept getting lost. So I would say Malaysia is the one place that I got lost at, because because usually when I travel to the States or somewhere else, we rent a car, like we do Uber, we do taxi. Malaysia, we actually walked around. So like we did a whole walking around. We tried to like just use the GPS and find our way. It didn't work out. But I would say for the lost part, definitely Malaysia. Malaysia definitely takes the cake. I didn't even get lost in Iceland. Iceland is just deadly roads, but I didn't even get lost in Iceland, surprisingly. So that wraps up this video, this little get to know me video. After answering a few questions, get to dive a little bit about my life. Hope you guys enjoyed. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and as well, don't forget to turn on those post notifications if you do want to get notified every time I drop a video. Shh.